Hey team, we're going to go over 3 escapes from scarf hold today, which is more like a judo pin down, but used in Jiu Jitsu as well sometimes. But we'll show you 3 relatively basic escapes to get out of the scarf hold position. So first of all, we'll go over what is the scarf hold position. So it's pretty much when your partner has this reverse side control position, but their arm is underneath the head. So if we go here to Kesa Gatame, and then we go here to like the judo Kesa Gatame, this will be the difference, right? So a lot of times people will hold their leg here to make it a little bit tighter. And they'll clamp hold of this arm. So this arm is important for me and for him. For me, I've got to try to keep it, and for Jaden, he's got to try to dislodge it. So the first one we're going to do is just a simple bridge and roll, but instead of dragging your partner across your body, you're going to put them on their head and then bring them around. Okay, so we've got some similar videos on YouTube already. If you haven't seen those, check out the link. I'll put that up there. Okay, so check that out. It's also got how to create pressure from Kesa Gatame as well. So check those out, but not after you've watched this video. So we're going to clap our hands together, and we want to be as high up on our partner's armpit as we can. It's no good under here. It has to be all the way up into my partner's armpit, and then I clap my hands. And then, of course, to bridge, you need to get your feet as close to your bum as possible, otherwise your bridge looks like this. Okay, so you've got to bring your feet all the way to your bum. So now the objective is actually to get your partner's head onto the mat. Okay, so if they hold on to me, okay, then they're not going to have any hands to base out. So this will take us into the second variation of this sweep. Not a different sweep, but a second variation. Okay, so we grab nice and high. I'm going to bridge, put them on their head, okay, and then I'm going to move across to my other shoulder. So that makes them nice and light. If I just try to drag them across my body and their base is out this way, then it makes it very difficult for me to shift their weight. Whereas if I put all their weight above me, then I don't have any weight to shift across my body. Right? So clap nice and high on your partner's back, feet next to your bum so you can bridge nice and high. So you'll see I'll put his head on the mat, and then I'll move to my other shoulder. So I go bridge, and then roll. Okay, so that is sweep number 1. And now we can use the same technique to pop out the back. So if my partner or opponent can feel this coming, a lot of times they will base out their hand. And this is the time that they're going to release this arm, which is the one they've got control of, right? This stops me from turning to my side. Remember, we always want to try to get to our side. If we can better our position, then we can start to look to get out the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to put my partner onto their head. As soon as I hear their hand touch the ground, I'm going to pop my elbow to the ground and start looking to come out the back. So I do exactly the same. I come up. Okay, now he no longer has this arm, so I can start looking to pop out the back. So that's nice and simple. That's a variation to the first one. Okay, the second one is just putting your leg over your partner's head. But of course, we can't do this from here unless you're super flexible. So we need to make some space. So I can shrimp, and I also frame off my partner's face as well. So you always have to be mindful as well that this hand could be at risk of being attacked once you let it go. So make sure this is tucked right up into the armpit, because if your partner can get this arm out and start looking to Americana it or start looking to straight arm lock it, right, then you're going to be in trouble. So if you take this hand out, make sure this one is nice and safe. Okay, so we're going to release this hand, okay, and I'm going to start shrimping and I'm going to start pushing. So I push on my partner's jaw, and that turns my partner's head. Right, if I push here and my partner pushes his head back down onto me, he's got a lot of leverage here, and he can just simply push hard on my hand. But if I start to turn his face and start to make a frame, it's very hard for him to turn his chin back. At the same time, I shrimp out to make some space, depending on how flexible you are, and then I'm going to lift my hips and I'm going to chuck this over my partner's face. So I go here. So I lift and turn, and then I just chop. As I chop, this bottom leg comes under. So I can get back to side control. So we'll do it from another angle. Okay, so from this angle, what we're going to do is I'll show the technique again, but now you can see where my hands are, how I shrimp, and how I position this bottom leg, right? So I'm here, nice and tight, okay? I start to shrimp, I start to push my partner's chin. See, he's already starting to go over, okay? And I'm going to chuck my leg. So I sort of swing my leg and I bring it back. This bottom leg now goes straight as I come down and start to look for our side control position. So that's sweep number 2. And the last one is a bit more technical, but this one's a really good one as well, especially if you've got a bit of flexibility through the hips. But the foot position on this one is important to turn yourself over. So for this one, I'm going to bump my partner up, but I just want to make some more space for my legs so I can hook my partner's top leg. Right, so I give him a little bump, so I can just pull my shoulder. So I can just pull my shoulder a little bit in, right, and then I'm going to use this leg here to hook my partner's top leg. Right, so we were here. All I want to do is get this hand that's trapped just a little bit to the middle. So my belly button, my arm to his belly button, so that I can get this leg over. Because if he's got this nice and high, it's going to be really hard for me to hook this leg. Right, so if I bump this elbow in a little bit, now it's a lot easier. Especially when if you're a little bit older, a little bit more unflexible. Okay, you need to make space with this arm to be able to get this leg over the top. So from here, I'm going to use the other leg, the bottom leg. I'm going to put my toes into the mat, and I'm going to start driving my partner this way. So I go here. And so I've driven my partner all the way over. If his arm is stuck in this position, I can look for the arm lock. Right, if he manages to pull his arm out, then I might be able to look to go straight to the back. Right, so I'll show that again from another position. This way, so you can see the angle of my feet. Okay, so I go here, give it a little bump to get my elbow a little bit free. Put the top leg over his top leg, just like a hook. And this bottom leg here, I start to turn my toes in, and I start to drive. I start to drive with my head. Okay, if this arm is still trapped, I can use this one. Okay, if he manages to get his arm out, then I put my knee into the pocket. I've already started to grab this collar grip, my knee into the pocket, and then roll to start to look to take the back. So that's 3 sweeps from the scarf hold position, and also 1 added bonus, which is you fail the sweep, they put their hand out and you pop your head out the back. So please, if you like our videos, please like and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the like button, hit the notifications button, so you can be notified every time we release a new video. Thank you, Jaden.